Alright, second question for everyone. Which two action figures from the original Masters of the Universe toy line do you feel that Mattel could have switched from good to evil and evil to good? My choices are Roboto would have made a good villain, and Triclops would have made a good hero. I think Manny Faces could have been a good guy. Because he could have, you know, powered up normal guy or deep thinker or whatever. You could switch his faces around, and that's probably the same thing you were thinking with Triclops. And then a hero you could make into a villain. Oh, Man-at-Arms, shifty-looking guy. That guy, there's something with Man-at-Arms.
He's always got that like.
He's got that look on him that you just like you know like, something's up.
Like the camera always cuts to him, and he always has that look on his face, like he just almost got caught doing something. Like why are your pants down?
Like he's got his hand in the air, and it cuts to him, and suddenly he's just like, oh,
like
yeah.
It's like you just walked in on him, like you just opened the door, and he's sitting there like,
what?
Every time. There's not a time you can cut to his cartoon where he's not looking like he just did. It must be the mustache.
What happened to apple pie?
It must have been the mustache. I think I would like to see a He-Man and Skeletor flip, because really, it's whose perspective are we talking about here? If we go and say Skeletor is the good guy, he's being harassed by that girly-looking dude who always wants to go.
Girly-looking dude.
Who always goes out there and just like. He's just trying to get his castle, man. Obviously, that castle belongs to him. It's a skeleton. It looks like him.
You know, that is a very good point. The guy with the skeleton face is trying to get back into the skeleton castle, and the white, oppressive gringos keep kicking him out of obviously his ancestral home.
It's clearly his house. I mean, they might not have D's back then, but clearly that is Skeletor's house.
That is obvious. All right, third question is for Stina only, so we're going to pass. Master Bees? I'm going to ask this question just in case it was not brought up at the beginning of the show. What did you guys think of the Masters of the Universe Classic updates from Toy Guru, price increase, subscription news thread that was on He-Man.org? It seems that most people are thinking subscribe or get out. What are your thoughts on this? And what he said about Snake MAA is now going to share Trapjaw Roboto parts.
Man-at-Arms.
Snake Man-at-Arms, yes. Mm-hmm. So if I remember correctly, you have to subscribe in order to lock in the prices. The day of sale prices are going up. You're going to have to pay more money if you're going to pick and choose from the line. And Snake Man-at-Arms is going to share some pieces from Trapjaw and Roboto instead of having more original tooling.
Look, this year they have totally made me, like, I have a subscription for next year. I have to call them and update my credit card, which I'm kind of afraid to do. So I'm not sure if I'm even going to do that at this point. But here's the deal. As many sales as they have pulled off in the last 3 months on these figures, from the entire year, at the incredible discounted prices they have offered them, I'm afraid to buy a subscription at this point. Because realistically, unless I just have to have that figure right away, there's no reason for me to buy it at time of release, because you know they're going to have another sale and lower these figures down in price. They have devalued this item, which is already questionable for collectors as the subscription numbers have gone down. So to me, I have a hard time deciding whether or not I'm going to buy them. I probably will drop my subscription or not renew it, pick up the figures that I just have to have, and then when the other ones go on sale, pick up the missing figures I'm missing from that line.
You know, for all of the vocal fans online who talk about Master of the Universe Classics all the time, it just seems like the numbers haven't kept up with the excitement in the line. And it's a matter of you know, supply and demand, maximizing profit. Companies got to make money on the deal, or they're not going to do it. I mean, they're not making toys just to make you happy. They are making toys to make money. And as that money becomes less and less, and the toy line is not as popular, you know, with as much as people have complained about it being a subscription-only, order online-only toy line, the couple times they've put figures in the stores, it has not been a huge moneymaker for them. Mm-hmm. When they put the 2-packs in the stores, some people complained, and they didn't go out and buy them and support them. So then why would they attempt to put figures in the stores if people are not going to be supporting the line. So
yeah, the excitement is weighing down tremendously, and the numbers are starting to fall. I mean, it almost feels like the line is slowly dying out. If they want to put it in retail, the only way I could see that working realistically for us to be happy is if they have a rep go to the stores and make sure they're stocking the line. Like, let's not have one case of 50 Tilas, and that's the only thing that's on the peg, and there's
Right.
nothing else. If they manage, because the retail, for some reason, they cannot manage these figures. You never go to the store and find what you're looking for. They'll always have 50 of one figure and nothing of anything else. So if they were like the Lego representatives, where they actually send somebody out and they make sure everything's stocked and there's multiples of everything there, I think the line would have a good chance. But the way they're doing it now is ridiculous, and you can't count on Walmart to stock the correct things and keep the line alive, which is exactly why, or more than likely why, the DC Universe line is ending, because of terrible retail support. And I don't think it's the toys' fault. I think the toys were great. I think it was the retailers not being able to stock correctly and not making
well,
enough
Mattel
money.
has always had a problem, it seems, with finding the correct ratios of putting figures on the shelf, because they always want a He-Man out there so that any time a kid can walk into the store and get He-Man. But the problem is they overproduce so many He-Mans, and so then you just get stuck with nothing but He-Man on the shelf. And that's usually the problem. The problem is they need to have like 4 different types of He-Man in a wave. So you can have a kid walk into the store, maybe he's going to get Fire Armor He-Man, maybe he's going to get Battle Armor He-Man, maybe he's going to get Thunder Punch He-Man. But, you have several different types of He-Man there, so you can fill that need for a little kid to get a He-Man, but at the same time you're not overloading the pegs with 1,000 Dragon Armor He-Mans, and that's the only He-Man you're ever able to find.
Or offer the retailers a case of He-Man and Skeletor solely, and still require them to keep the current waves going. That way, there's never a pull on that, and you don't make
Or have those key characters sold as a separate SKU.
right.
A different, you can buy these and then you buy all the other figures. I think
Just keep everybody happy.
so.
I'm just saying, it's not rocket science.
Anyway, this from Head Wrecker 4. Hey guys, I'd like to start by saying thanks for all the work you do. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad for everything I do here.
Sitting here and drinking soda on camera is really hard.
When I'm buying older figures, I try to get them boxed. I'm not a mint-on-card collector, but I just enjoy the feeling you get opening a new toy. However, if I can't get it boxed, I at least try to get it complete with all pieces and accessories. I was just wondering how important it is for you to have all your figures complete.
Very.
Yeah, for me, that's kind of the point.
Yeah, I started going anal retentive about it. I can't look at the figure the same way if it doesn't have all the stuff. Even if I don't have them with the figure, I have to have them in a bag somewhere so I know it's complete. I can't have the random figure. I don't know how Pixel Dan does it. He must. I mean, it drives me crazy. He has a million just random loose figures everywhere.
All right, this one's for you. From Lars 573. Spandex or furry loincloth?
What?
Spandex or furry loincloth?
That's a trick question. I'll go with furry loincloth, and the reason I would do this is because I don't want any imaginary things going off in my head when I see somebody in spandex.
See, for me, it's a
Keep
trick.
it hidden.
It's a trick question because I put fur inside my spandex.
No, that's not what you put in there. It's just what's in there for other reasons. You're a hairy guy.
Oh, I thought I was wearing a sweater
Hairy
under
guy.
here. I'm not wearing a sweater under
You're like
here.
an Ewok.
This is from the DC Master. Hey guys, do any of collect? I think he means any of you guys. Do any of collect the Diamond Select Universal Monsters toy line?
No.
Nope.
But I do appreciate it. I do like it. It looks cool. The Diamond Select stuff is actually really nice. I don't have
There's just so
room.
many other things.
Yeah, there's too much. My money is needed elsewhere.
And actually, if I were going to buy Universal Monster stuff, I would want my Dracula to look like Bela Lugosi, and his family will not give the rights for them to do that. So Frankenstein looks like Boris Karloff, but Dracula looks like just some dude. So that's always kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
I really don't care. So.
All right. Falconhood asks, "Hey guys, ever since I received Captain Glenn, thanks to the Black Friday Maddie sale, I've been contemplating her role before the cartoon and becoming the Queen. Do you think she was part of Matt Mason's universe before going through the black hole? Are there any other toy lines you would consider to be somehow connected to Masters of the Universe, other than the obvious DC Universe classics?"
I think he's probably right with the Matt Mason. I mean, they were, the same properties, pretty close. I mean, she would fit right in.
There's so much overlap, of course, with the Big Jim and the way they reused a bunch of those toys and reused the ideas and the concepts that I almost think that there has to be some sort of fan fiction somewhere of Skeletor coming to Earth and fighting off against Big Jim and those guys.
I'm pretty sure there's a Mattel playbook somewhere that says this is the Mattel universe and how everything works. But we're not going to show you guys.
A Big Jim figure coming to San Diego Comic-Con this year or something. You never know. So that would be my guess there. Hey guys, and Stina, you're no okay. I have two questions. First, what do you do with the questions you don't read on the podcast? We give them to sick children in hospitals to help them feel involved and feel better about themselves.
They eat questions.
Second, what did Mrs. Erdley think of the Hunter Knight custom of her husband?
I don't know.
Oh, they made a custom of Danny's dad? And why would you ask what Danny's mom thought of that? Doesn't make sense to me. Cavalier Chris. He's got 5 paragraphs.
Let's
here.
do it.
This is for Lord Killen and anyone else who's into Legos. I was wondering, what are your favorite sets, and do you have any fully complete sets?
Well, what? Set?
Like all of the knights. Do you have all the boxes that go with the knights, or all of the city?
Well, if we're talking about current lines, I think I like the Kingdoms line the best right now, and I do have everything. I take that back. I'm missing Toys or Lego.com had an exclusive, which was from the new Kingdoms line. That was just a package of the Dragon Knights and the regular Knights, or the King's Knights, whatever they're called. And it was like a 5-pack, 5 figures. I think it came like on a shield card. That's the only thing I'm missing from that line. So I think that's pretty much it. The Pirates line, I like all the pirate stuff. I like the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff, but I just haven't spent the money on buying all the stuff. I have the boats, all the big boats. I just don't have like the medium-sized sets from that line. And I don't know. I like them. I love them. Eventually we'll get them all. I just haven't got there yet. There's too much good stuff coming out. And with the DC and Marvel stuff coming just around the, just around the bend here, I'm kind of like trying to save my money for that, because I'm pretty sure I'll buy that entire line, good or bad, just because I know it'll be a good one. And the new Dino stuff that's out right now, I don't care about it at all. At all.
You're not buying any of them?
No.
Not
I tried to find a smaller set that I can just buy to have, but I'm like, I really don't.
You don't care?
To me, they fit more into the city line, and I really don't like the city. I like the city. I just don't want to buy it or collect it, because I don't need that much Lego in my life.
One of the things he talks about here is the amazing markup of old Lego sets. The Mummy set, which is $89, he bought for $10. Werewolf, he paid for $15. It's going for $96. I've never heard of a markup like this. Was wondering if you guys have. Granted, I bought them almost 10 years ago, but they were brand new.
Legos, that's the one thing about Legos. They've always increased in value. I have never found a Lego set being sold for less than the retail cost. It's always double, triple, even sometimes higher than that. Some of those older sets are in the $1,000 range. I mean, they're incredible. Legos is a very safe investment for all you toy investors out there, all 2 of you. And
tip.
So yeah, buy them, keep them packaged, keep the boxes nice. Anything movie license wise that's not Harry Potter, it should be doing good.
Why is Harry Potter not?
I don't know. It's
just because they overdid it, or
yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's because it's kind of like if they did a Twilight thing, like it'd be popular for a while and then it would just die. Just like Harry Potter is popular for a while and now it's
because Harry Potter does not have any sort of ongoing story. They wrote a series of books. The books ended, movies ended, and then there's nothing more to it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Beanie Babies of Lego. I mean, It was hot for a minute and now it's gone.
There's no young Harry Potter Adventures cartoon coming.
But when they did the Batman license, Batman's always there, and his stuff is extremely valuable. So, pick and choose. If it's a license, that's just a in and out kind of a thing. Don't worry about it. But if it's a mainstay, then yeah, definitely buy it. It'll be worth it.